What is up, homies? Welcome back to another reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are reacting to the 5th episode of Andor, and look who's back. Look who's back. Back again. The Italian's back.
An episode. Isn't that awesome? I called Diego. I said, listen, Diego, I'm gonna be on vacation for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Can you please delay the premiere? And he said, yes, I can do that for you. And then I'm like, oh, actually, that's when I'm going on vacation. And he said, I'll tell you what, I'll send you guys the first 4 episodes early so you don't miss one and you can come back and get episode 5. So here we are, Andor. Man, it's been fun to see people react to the show.
Yeah.
Right? The first 3 episodes out the first week, the 4th episode out the second week. It has been really cool to see people go, oh, this is a really different Star Wars. And it's even different than Rogue One. But it's like, yeah, it's been awesome because we had a great time watching those 4 in one night.
Ooh, yes, sir.
What do we remember about the show?
Well, the last thing that the place where we kind of left off was they were getting ready to go on their mission to infiltrate, and they basically told him, said, you got to learn all this stuff overnight. And he was, can I eat my food?
Yeah,
that's right.
So it was perfect.
And we were like, Diego, that's so funny.
Before we get on the reaction, if you guys want to see the episodes uncut, go to our Patreon, patreon.com/heroesreforged. We're so close to getting to 100,000 subscribers as well. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button, turn it from red to gray. Let's get to 100. Hey, you guys ready?
100K. I think I'm ready.
Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
You're slouching.
Sit up, pendejo. Eat your Cheerios.
Is that how you've been presenting yourself to the world? That would explain a great deal.
Your Galaxios.
Being a leader isn't something one just turns on and off. You might as well wear a sign that says, I promise to disappoint you.
Dang.
My assumption is you have no prospects for the future.
Jeez.
God, how sensitive you can be.
Perhaps you've forgotten my question. Do you have even a single prospect before you?
This woman is miserable.
I know.
No wonder he's an Imperial.
Yes.
I would not be able to stand 5 minutes with her.
Oh.
Always got that kyber crystal.
Sipo. Youth Center. 3 years. I was 13 when I went in.
They built a lot of cages, huh? The axe forgets, but the tree remembers.
Ooh.
Now it's our turn to do the chopping.
Ooh, the axe forgets, but the tree, when you oppress a people, they will rise up in a fiery anger.
Without him, there's no plan.
He could be walking us right into a trap.
They would have taken us down by now. Or maybe that's what you're here for.
Ooh.
I'm here to win and walk away.
No trust, no glory, no queens.
I think he's getting a good vibe from him. I think he's getting a good vibe from Andor.
I also really liked how that scene had a line of dialogue where they said they built a lot of cages. Again, it's purposeful, dude. It's Mexican Diego Luna, like the line from the first episode. You think he swam here?
Yep.
Change in plan. Dad's taking me. You're taking me, right?
I'm gonna clear it with her.
Get your coat. It's not up for discussion.
Go, you're off the hook.
What is happening with her family? My God.
Yeah.
What would I be showing off?
You're involved somehow.
This girl's being manipulated by her father.
That's just so hurtful.
Yeah.
It's always all about you.
Is this really how you'd like to start the day?
I didn't choose this conversation.
This dad is the worst.
Whoa. Fuck this.
I so appreciate the support.
There you go.
Jesus.
We're like
I'm excited for her to leave these fucking people behind.
Right? Poor kid. That's not a great relationship. Her and her daughter.
That's the worst.
Tray milk. You can live on it. You may question your existence after a few days.
Don't y'all just drink water in Star Wars?
Oh, does everybody just drink some form of milk?
Can't y'all just filter some agua?
Apparently the only thing keeping us from liberty is a few more ideas.
A few more ideas. I mean, it's so confusing, isn't it? So much going wrong, so much to say, and all of it happening so quickly. The pace of repression outstrips our ability to understand it, and that is the real trick of the Imperial thought machine. Fresh inspiration, two seemingly random objects, and yet this charts an astral path, this maps the trail of political consciousness. Both systems based on truth, both navigating toward clear and achievable outcomes.
This is Hector explaining the timeline of the MCU.
This guy's just laying out oppression and oppressors, like, and what it's going to take to get over it. Oh, yeah, I get it.
And just some of the stuff that this character was saying too, I was like, it's hitting me like, yeah, that's what it feels like the past couple of years. Too many examples of oppression and corruption to like keep up with.
How would I know the weight? Is this a test?
It's a simple question.
You don't know how to get it off the runway, do you?
We know how to fly it.
You don't know how to get it out of there. How do you What were you gonna do if I wasn't here?
Oh,
dang.
Okay, I'll pilot.
No, you'll do as you're told.
I'm flying it. We can say it's your idea. I don't care, but if it's my ass on the line, I'm pulling this thing out of there.
no, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going down. Fuck this. Look
Hey, it's Satan.
at them bitches.
Black Phillip.
Natalia,
The sad thing is, I think I brought this up last episode.
the garrison HQ and the barracks up top at the east end.
None of these characters are in Rogue One except for Cassian, so I'm nervous.
Doesn't mean they were part of the rebellion.
Right.
Target practice. I'll be back in an hour. This had better be well on its way, or I promise you, I'll be revisiting the schedule for winter furloughs.
Schedule count 2.
Yeah, dude, I was about to say that. What's up with people saying schedule?
Brits, man.
Shoulders back. More.
Don't touch me.
Oh,
Something you tell me.
he's a little squirrely.
Can you walk like a soldier?
I've seen it done.
Can you convince me?
Let's find out if you've been paying attention. Form up.
I like it because Cassian as a character, he's just so raw right now, right? And they're going to, with this show, eventually try to get him to the point where he was in Rogue One, at the beginning of Rogue One, where he's like, he can be a team player, but he's willing to do shit on his own. And
1,000% confident.
Yeah.
Could I be made prefect? The title, I know it doesn't come with extra pay. You can wear a ball gown if you'd like.
Everyone in this goddamn organization. Title? Pay raise?
We're locked in. We're listening.
This is cool.
Last man in bolts the door behind him.
Fucking blending.
Questions?
You should switch.
What?
He's left-handed.
With the guns pointing on the inside.
Why switch sides?
Pivoting for defense.
Skin is left-handed. You want your weapon on the outside.
If you're left-handed but you're facing the opposite direction, you have a vulnerability on one side.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Oh god.
Go.
Oh lordy.
Oh. No.
Ay.
Go feed the vavitches. Oh, here they come.
Oh
Man, this show has made one TIE fighter scary.
Like Jaws. Holy shit. God damn.
Scariest they've been since A New Hope, man. I tell you what.
These guys just seem, these TIE fighters just seem like harassing cops.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Is it true they're tearing this all down?
It's been discussed.
It's on the schedule.
I just can't imagine showing somebody Star Wars stuff in chronological order before they just like watch the movies, for example. Like to show a person the Clone Wars cartoons, Bad Batch, then this, then A New Hope. It's like, what?
Hey, what are you doing? I'm just moving your stuff.
Don't.
It was in the way.
Don't ever.
Don't touch my
I'll
shit.
move my stuff, just tell me. Like me, I hate when people touch my shit. Hate it.
And I want to keep a tight hand on the budget. Now, what did I miss
Alex,
while I was gone?
let's look at our schedule. Just everyone in this base is just so mad.
Man, oh, I'd hate to work. This reminds me of every horrible workplace I've ever worked for.
Kessel. Fondor. Targeting consoles from Jakku. Proton warheads from Base K. The Steerguard Star Path.
We're just gonna name drop every planet.
Kessel, Jakku, Osnian Prime.
This is how I'd do it. I'd spread it out. Never climb the same fence twice.
Man.
Unique opportunities everywhere.
2 more files each.
I'm sure this actor is a lovely human being in real life, but she has such a presence and a performance in this that I'm like, I hate everything she's saying and how she's saying it, right? Man, she's good.
Massive Karen energy.
Kind of curling her lip up a little bit when she's saying stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh.
She's making her eyes bulge.
I really respect and appreciate actors that can like make you hate a character, you know, like
Anthony Starr.
Yeah, right. Homelander. Yeah.
That guy made eat milk.
I didn't tell you how wrong you were about Uncle
God,
Otto.
still? This has not progressed at all. Good Lord.
Because he knows me so well.
And who's
He would leave so fast.
Distance to load ramp.
Oh, God.
8 meters.
Emergency comm signal.
Are you guys stressed or something?
What's an Imperial lieutenant doing getting involved with this?
He fell in love with a local woman, lost a promotion. Then he lost the woman. Then he lost his taste for the Empire. Everyone has their own rebellion.
It's true. They all got their own reason why they decide to go their own way.
Have, like, artillery up there? Do they have
Postmates?
Like, what are
They said they were eating roots, man.
Yeah. They're really living bare bones out there.
I prepared a reduced schedule for tomorrow. I know
Their schedule of the.
I've spoken to them about it, sir, and yet it remains undone. With an engineering officer from Coruscant arriving today and in our business.
I think this guy's gonna get outed. He's gonna throw a wrench into their mission.
I want it painted the day after tomorrow. I'll be here midday and I expect to see it shine.
Absolutely,
sir. Make sure the men know how close they've come.
I think it's going according to plan. I think that's.
Woo! That sweet, sweet coin.
Don't move.
Whoa! Holy shit!
There we go.
Oh God!
Come on, man. Be cool, man.
Oh man, alone.
Kyber. He's been hiding it. He comes here with nothing but the clothes on his back and a stone worth 30,000 credits. I need to know who I'm riding with.
You know exactly who I am, and you know I'll kill you for it.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's not go too far, Clem.
I just want what's mine.
Yeah, don't put me on the spot.
Enough! Everyone stands down.
Oh my God!
There's something coming. There's a ship in the valley.
Chill out, homies.
Move.
Give him back the
Weapon away.
crystal.
Give him the stone. You can kill each other later.
Thank you.
It's heading towards the garrison.
I'm waiting for this dude to get shot off the mountain.
I don't want him to. I think he's a valuable member of the team.
Oh, I think so too. Them young techie folk always die in these movies and shows.
I'm being paid.
Oh no.
You need to know? That's it.
Ah.
I'll walk away and wish you luck. But that's what it is. I don't want to walk in looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know if this is a smart call, but I get why he's doing it.
Maybe you're the one that's afraid.
Of course I'm afraid. But there's a difference between fear and losing your nerve. You want out of this. Don't use me as an excuse.
Interesting.
Dang.
You're gonna be chicken shit. Just commit.
Let's get to the camp in one piece. You can all chew on it there.
Great writing that it's just characters talking and it's tense.
Yeah.
Everyone has the same, as far as we know, everyone has the same goal. But of course there's going to be distrust because you don't know who's infiltrating who's working for who. It's messy.
When were you planning to tell me about this new foundation?
Didn't think you'd be interested.
Why is that?
It's charitable.
That's pretty rad.
The scenic route.
Normal car in Star Wars.
Your intergalactic Uber has arrived. Damn, this is like a shot from Sicario.
Yeah, it looks great, man.
Looks just like your model.
Should do. I've had plenty of time to study. We've been sneaking up here for months.
That's a far-ass place to sneak to build a model.
Oh, you know, you gather intel wherever you can, Adam.
Yeah. What am I doing with my life? Why am I here? I want to do something better.
Life.
Cassian.
Oh, I thought it was some kind of secret message.
Yeah, he's gonna defect.
Man,
he's either gonna defect or he's gonna try to hop the ranks by hunting him down.
Right. Right.
What?
Letting him know that they're there.
Yeah. Gorn.
Okay, good.
Actually, I think we might not even see the heist in this episode.
No, I don't think so either.
But I think we will have a cliffhanger. Maybe someone hanging off a literal cliff.
Yeah, these two about to get froggy over here. They're
about to fight.
She wants me to tell you about my brother. There's a long version, but what matters is they killed him. Imperial prefect came in, took his land, flooded it. You couldn't fight him. He couldn't bear it, so he went in a boat and filled his pockets with stones.
Jesus.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I don't really know what to call how I feel now.
Oh, my God.
That's as close to an apology as you're gonna get.
Here's a little bit of context as to why I'm so terrified of trusting anyone.
It's close enough. Yeah.
Taramin's in charge now. I need to know you understand that.
Where will you be?
If all goes well, we'll see you tomorrow night.
I need to hear you tell me you can follow the plan.
You won't have a problem with me.
What is she going to do?
Well, I'm sure they all have got different reconnaissance,
she's-
different, diversions and all sorts of fallback plans in case anything goes wrong.
She probably set up before they get to a specific point or something.
I thought you were turning it off.
I was just going to.
You said that an hour ago.
Am I keeping you up?
We're officially acknowledging all the shit in the back that's an Easter egg. Thank you, everyone.
Happy?
The sound design is insane.
Really good.
There's nothing else you can do, Luthen. They're either going to be okay out there or they're not.
What? That's a daring prediction.
Vel's the only one who traces back.
No. The thief, Andor. I wasn't careful.
Now I'm worried that Stellan's not going to make it out.
Oh, I mean.
Oh,
you're right.
Come on.
He's still got hope.
I mean, I think a lot of them have a chance of making it through season 1, and then throughout season 2, as we go through the passage of time, year by year, we lose one.
Dropping like flies.
I mean, I think that's the strength of the show, is it just continues to build character, because again, just like with every show we're watching, and I mentioned this in Lord of the Rings, kind of the same thing. It wasn't until the 6th episode where like the really big action happened. And it's kind of the same thing here. We're now concluding the 5th episode, going into the 6th. It's halfway through the season. And I think episode 6 is going to be where we're going to see like the big action stuff. But I think it's really important to build the characters, because if you don't care that any of these characters are at risk at any point throughout the show, then what's the point? If
it doesn't work.
If they all just get killed and you don't care, then defeats the whole purpose.
It's really important that we're kind of putting that distrust between Andor and that other guy, only because there's going to be a moment in which they need each other during this heist to solidify their friendship, right? You know, whatever you want to call it, that's going to happen. But I think what people are forgetting when they watch shows like this is that just because the conversation I've been hearing is that nothing happens in these episodes, right? And that couldn't be more wrong, given that the big action sequences that happen are only tied together if you care about the people that it's happening to.
Exactly.
Like you can't see an explosion. You can't just see like a huge action sequence of like stuff happening without caring if the characters make it out of there or not, or making some kind of connection. Just like with this distrust that's happening between the characters, there's going to be a moment where they need each other, and it's going to be a high action moment, and it's going to be great. I'm hoping to see them bond over that and make that really, really strong connection over this one moment where Cassian could have been the bad guy or something like that, right? Where one of the guys could have been the bad guy and they chose not to. And that's just as important as everything that's building up to that point, because you can't have that moment without everything that happened beforehand. It's all building up to a particular point. Some people see it as boring. I feel bad for those people. They need to go get therapy. They need to go study Film 101. And then come back and watch this with their big boy pants on. There's a lot of things that have to happen before we get to that payoff. And I felt like it was really clear up until like, I don't know, all these shows started coming out. For some reason, all of a sudden people just forgot how to watch or digest or, like consume media. But it's there. Yeah. It's all really interesting. And I think it's I think it's really going to build up and pay off in a little bit, but I'm okay with living in like the suspense for maybe like another episode.
Yeah.
Maybe like one more episode just so we kind of see the tension building a lot more, and then like the dam breaking and it just goes nuts.
Literally. Adam, you said season 1 of this and season 2, they're going to be 12 episodes each. So
24 episodes total.
When this episode was winding down, I realized I'm like, oh, the thing it's reminding me of is how episodes 1 and 2 of Andor were so much setup. And then episode 3 was all of this payoff for that first little arc of this character and to get him off of that world that he was on. And I think the same thing's going to happen. Like 4 and 5 were
4
like
and 5 are the build up, 6 is the payoff.
Putting the characters in place, putting them on the chessboard, and then 6 is going to be the heist, is going to be the thing. And
7,
I feel
8
like
build up, 9 payoff, 10, 11 build up, 12 payoff.
Exactly. So I'm really excited. I still feel like this show gets really engaging, and I'm really interested to see where the characters, even Mon Mothma, who like is a character that we don't know that much about in the movies, and you know the little that she's in Rogue One, but the fact that they're giving her, fleshing out her sort of backstory with her husband, now her daughter, what she's dealing with behind the scenes. I'm really invested in her character. I'm of course invested in Cassian in this heist, and I'm really invested in the Stellan Skarsgård character and the bad guy who's sitting at his mom's house.
Right.
Anytime the scenes with his mom come on, we're like sucked into it, and we're like, what is he going to do? Where is he going to fall? What lines is he going to, so it's all really, really interesting. And the characters are in the Star Wars world, especially compared to other Star Wars styles of storytelling. They're very mature. They're very complex, and it has that vibe of a spy thriller. That's what this show is. This is not the Book of Boba Fett. This is not the Mandalorian. Right. This is probably going to be different than Ahsoka. This is not any of the animated shows, but it's got a really, really cool sort of tone to it, and I can't wait to see episode 6. I'm excited.
Yeah, I totally agree. And just to go back to what Augustine was saying about people sort of like retention when it comes to these shows, I do feel like some of the shows that we've been watching this year compared to last year, for example, with Phase 4 very much in last year, at least, it felt like they would really sort of hit you with action right out the gate to just kind of get you sucked into the show. But I feel like now that they've kind of found their rhythm on Disney Plus, introducing all of these shows and characters and concepts and ideas, they can go kind of like the Miss Marvel route, or even Moon Knight. Really, everything from this year has kind of been like, let's take our time, slow down a little bit, let's spend time with the characters, let's give you as much context as we can so you care about them. And I think it's also tougher. Not tougher, but because Marvel they're introducing new characters. So there's a lot more character work that has to be done for you to care about them. Because all the characters from last year that we saw, they were all characters that we'd already seen in a ton of movies. So the movies had already kind of done all the legwork. And I think it's the same thing here with Andor. Yes, the show is called Andor, but it's not just about him. And Mon Mothma, even though she's a character who's been in Return of the Jedi and had one scene in Revenge of the Sith, that scene was cut. In Return of the Jedi, she has one scene and we don't know anything about her. So you have to build all this stuff up, and you have to, like Hector was saying, Cassian's a very different character now than he becomes in Rogue One. So you need to really contextualize why that is. So yeah, it's not going to have, the first episode right out the gate of like, we're in the middle of this situation and the Empire's coming for us and we got to get out of here and we're on this mission. And you need a lot more build up, and you need sort of to kind of build up the suspense. So when you get to these big moments, they matter. Right. I personally really appreciate that. And I'm enjoying that quite a bit. And I think, I think you have to sort of figure out the middle ground where you can do both, and audiences just kind of have to accept that, this is storytelling. We're not just here to just make things explode. It's also about diving into characters and making people understand motivations, like why are characters doing what they're doing, from both ends, whether it's the Empire or or the Rebellion. I think like that's what makes it interesting and makes you invested. So
that's exactly what we're getting. We're getting one potential defector. We're getting like super high level stuff with Mon Mothma. And then we're getting like grassroots level, like beginnings
literally
of the
eating the roots from the floor.
You're getting like every level of what it takes to actually build up to everything that we've seen in Star Wars in the future. I don't know if people are realizing that this is building up to everything we've seen in
Star Wars. Literally establishing A New Hope.
Right. Yeah, it's literally establishing the reason why things happen in A New Hope. Right. And so, I think it's a really good way to break people from everything that we've seen so far in Star Wars as well, because it's all been very movie driven. I mean, before the Disney Plus series, very movie driven, like it had a very set formula of the trilogies happening. And then just like one, like the way the trilogies happening were happening, we're all set at a very particular pace. And this is not that. This is very much living in the world. And I don't know if it's just been us. We've been asking for something like this. I don't know if everybody has been thinking about or asking for something like this, but I think it's really cool to live in the world that we've all spent so much time in.
And to your point, I mean, everything that you just said, there's nothing wrong with those previous things doing the formulaic stuff. It's totally fine. You have to also be open to it evolving into something more than just rinse and repeat. Because then people go on social media, they're like, well, Marvel is just doing the same thing over and over again. I'm like, well, now they're doing something different and you're not engaging with it. So this is now starting to become a you thing more than a them thing. And if you just don't like, if you're just not, if the story doesn't hook you and you're not hooked by the characters or the situation, that's also fine. But at least give it a shot and don't just, well, Daredevil didn't show up for 3 episodes, so I guess I'm done with the show. I'm like, that's not what the show's about. Not about the show. So whatever. But yeah, I think we're enjoying this, and it's going to be really cool to see the journey and just where it goes from here. And if there is going to be this continual distrust and how that creates a rift within the group, how that affects them completing their mission. Like it's all these dominoes. It's just all these dominoes that could just completely crumble.
All of this means that when that moment finally happens in Andor and Daredevil shows up, it's going to be awesome. So just wait. It's going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind.
Dumbledore comes out of those clouds.
That's what I'm saying.
He says,
right? That's what I'm saying.
He says, "Flame of Loon."
Says, "You shall not pass." It's going to be so good. So good.
It's going to be like the best game of Fortnite you've ever played. Goku's going to jump in and they're going to all be
multiverses. Oh my God. You're welcome.
You guys, it's crazy.
It'll be great. It'll be great. But let us know in the comments below what you thought about this episode of Andor. How are you feeling about where the story's going, how it's ramping up? What do you predict will happen? What do you think could happen? Let us know in the comments below. Check out the uncut reactions, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.